Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first consulting meeting. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to advise you and to guide you towards what we consider to be the right direction for the 2018 season. We are Edouard Fazel and Matteo Gross, founders of FG4 Consulting firm specialized in data science for the sport industry and passionate about basketball. We know it was a really tough year for the Phoenix Suns organization. Throughout the whole season, you had to fight hard in order to compete to reach the playoffs. However, it ended up being failures for two consecutive seasons. But why? Why wasn't your team able to reach the playoffs? Why did others do? And why couldn't you win more games? Our approach was the following. We collected the NBA data of the past 14 seasons and analyzed it in order to provide you our best recommendations.
Before digging into the core questions, here is how we addressed the problem. In these past few seasons, we saw teams emerge as new leaders in the NBA. Our postulate was that these top teams, as the Golden State Warriors, had a common characteristics. They took significantly more three-point shots and won more than you. Let's now look at what the data has to say. First, we wanted to test the robustness of our postulate. Do teams really take more three-point shots now than then? As we can see on this graph, there is a clear evolution between 2004 and 2017 for three-point attempts and made. Concretely, it means players took about twice three-point shot more in 2017 as they did in 2004.
Translated into ratio, here is the comparison of the evolution of the ratio to three-point attempts between the rest of the league and you. As we can see, in average, teams took progressively more three-point shots, up to almost 25% of their total shots. However, you stayed static in your evolution, and today, on average, only 20% of your shots are 3 points. As an overall consequence, the average game results per team got also impacted positively by this shift and went from 93 in 2004 to 105 in 2017.
You're asking yourself, okay, teams shot more 3 points, but how did it impact their wins and losses? We ask it ourselves too. These graphs show the relationship between the number of 3-point attempts for each team and its winning percentage for each season. Each bubble is a team. The further a bubble is on the x-axis, the more they shot 3 points. The further a bubble is on the y-axis, the more often they win. We can see a shift to the right corner. To make it easier to understand, we took 4 different seasons in order to show you how the 3-point attempts and wins were correlated. We clearly see that since 2008, if not earlier, slopes became positives, meaning the more 3-point teams took, the more often they won.
In order to understand which were the teams that won, we grouped them into clusters using the k-means clustering method. As you can see, you were a part of the cluster having the lowest 3-point attempts during that season. Plus, we also see that your winning rate is the second lowest of the league. Comparing your cluster to the one with the highest winning rate, we clearly see that your average 3-point attempts are way lower than theirs, respectively the ones of the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Houston Rockets. As a side note, Golden State, who won the 2017 season, shot around 40% 3-point more than you.
Based on that statement, we came up with solutions to get you to the high cluster, and consequently to shift your performance from bad to excellent. As stated, to win more, you need to shoot more 3 points. Therefore, we recommend you to look for players who have excellent shooting skills that we call top shooters. For that, it's mandatory for you to invest during the next free agency window. We came up with a model that defines the profile type of the best shooter that will make you win. The top shooter type is 28 years old, measures 2 meters, and weighs 99 kilograms. We definitely recommend you to go for a small forward because we found out that they are the ones who will impact your game result the most.
Moreover, he's from the Western Conference, and if you had to look for a club where to pick a player, go for the San Antonio Spurs. Moreover, we found out that players who played for the University of Texas or the one in Florida have the highest probability to become a top shooter. Finally, the ones born in California tend to have higher chances to reach the top shooter standards. Second, not only should you get best shooters in your team, but you should definitely also make your current players shoot more 3 points. As simple as our recommendations might be, we would be honored to help you implementing them in your organization. Thank you for listening, and we hope you will make the right decision for a better future. Follow us, and we're going to make you win.